Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, actually I changed my mind again. I know, it's like, make up your mind, but I don't know, like, doing it out of file would seem a bit, time consuming, because you'd have to go through the trouble of basically making a sprite sheet and then importing it, making sure it's proportional and whatnot. Well, really, we really have to do is, make it in-game and change the animation as we go, so I think that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So, yeah. I used to watch LPs all the time just because I could. Just so entertaining, just like, oh, hey, I haven't played this game before, or, hey, I have played this game before, but there's someone else playing it. How good will he do? I don't know, I don't really judge people's videos unless they're just like, completely terrible, but even then I don't really post anything. It's because, like, I could see if you could do, much better, but even still, just common courtesy. Okay, and actually I think I'm going to go and cut it off right around here, because I have plans for the animation, because we're going to keep basically all of his animations within this block for space, because we're going to want to be able to move around blocks and such effortlessly. So we're going to go ahead, go into images, erase the color, and no, that's the exact opposite color of what I want to erase. Thank you. Ah, here we are. Okay, so duplication, or no, add. Okay, duplication. Basically, if you're making a cheap game like this, it can be like, fairly, like, basically going through the method of what you want to do, to make it to where he seems like he's moving. Really doesn't have to be all that much. You just can sort of just kind of do this, kind of take away from the pixels here. You, walk, your arms and legs are opposite of each other, so kind of like that, I suppose. Kind of erase. Kind of go like that. Yeah. Seems about right, I guess. I imagine the animation will look kind of odd once we put it together, but okay, and sort of go down like that. Man, that's really bulky. God. It's a bit much, huh? But, yeah, I have a piano. I also have two guitars. I have an acoustic and electric. And I also have an ocarina. Now, as far as the ocarina is concerned, I would much rather have a limited edition Zelda ocarina, but I don't know. We all can't really have what we want. It's not a must-have, I suppose, but and I also want a violin. A violin. Basically, a violin can hit those notes. The sharp chorus notes. Very rough and coarse, but yet absolute. Like those notes, those kind of notes that you hit every once in a while with a regular instrument. I'm sure some musicians out there will know what I mean. God, I cannot speak. Let's go and erase the color. No, I do not want black erased. Darn you. Okay. And let's go and set the speed. Kind of choose a speed that's okay with you. This does not actually set the in-game speed. This is just a sample of what the sprite will look like at this speed. You have to set the speed somewhere else. But of course I'll be showing that where you would set it somewhere else, so Just basically set as many frames as you need, make it look somewhat natural. And we're starting to see it. Starting to see some natural walking here. Yeah, it looks about right. Yeah. Okay. Delete this. This is just terrible. Or, no. No. Delete this. God. Ugh. Okay, apparently I can't talk and I'm blind. Okay, so, actually we're gonna make a group for this because this will be our main character. So basically just, name it whatever you want, player. Okay, so actually we can duplicate this and make a base sprite for him just kind of standing there idle. So cut. Okay, so idle F for front. Okay, walk front. Actually I'm gonna go ahead and actually add this one too if I can. Player UE. UE stands for unequip. So he basically has nothing on him right now because you're going to make different instances of him with items. So doing this earlier on will actually come in handy. As for walking forward and walking backwards, the sprite itself will look the same. It's a stick figure, so you can basically make a walking sideways sprite, I suppose, and then kind of mirror that and you have your right and left. So let's go ahead. Kind of take away the legs here, kind of make it to where it's seems like he's standing at like a profile view, sort of. Pretty sure that Game Maker decides which sprites it thinks that you want to delete, or not delete, but create an alpha blend over based on the quantity of sprites. So if you have more black pixels and white pixels, which I had, it will want to delete those instead of the white ones. But sometimes, I don't know, like for the most part, it's pretty accurate in what it wants you to delete, and it looks kind of weird. I'm not really liking that. Well, it's sort of, I don't know, as far as the stick figure is concerned, you can't really get depth in there because this is a stick figure. This is our smallest pixel that we're using, so sort of be good with angles, I guess. Sort of create an illusion that he's standing sideways. And yeah, I suppose that looks pretty good, I guess. Yeah, not bad. Just need to sort of do that because we don't want it too large or too small. Stay in proportion. That seems a bit boring. Like, would want to play some music along with these videos probably, but I'm not sure how that'd go with the quality. Sure want to start getting some more views here. Start getting some input from some subscribers, I guess. So walk. It really doesn't matter at this point. Just, well, yeah, let's be idle. Idle. So yeah, I can see it looks like he's facing to the right. So yeah, but idle right, and then duplication. Walk right. Usually I make my sprites out of game and then import them, but this is a special case. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Alright, so let's go ahead. Again, he's gonna walk forward, sort of. God. It's kind of weird. I don't like the way it looks. Hold on. Let's go ahead and kind of make it kind of like this. Yeah. He has a strut to his walk, like, huh, yeah, I'm on an adventure. That looks a bit better. Okay, it's sorta... yeah. And again, these sprites don't have to look totally amazing, cause, you know, the bit rate on these games in general aren't even that high. Just, you know, stick figures, for God's sake. So, it looks like he's a bit, I don't know. He looks pretty gay for one, and I'm not talking about homosexual gay. I'm talking about happy gay for those people out there. Yeah, I guess we could probably do that. Okay, copy it over. Well, actually, no. Just going to delete this. We're going to edit from that base sprite, so it's easier to do. So basically, do the same thing here. Sorta, kind of like that. Really, it won't look that much different from the one that we just did, really. It's kind of hard to... I don't know, like, you don't really sway your arms like this, that's the thing. That's what I want to do, is, you know, curve like that, but... I guess I could kind of go like this. God, can you just imagine this animation? Yeah, this looks about sort of right. Sort of have to get the angle on these legs. There's only so much you can really do with pixels, you know. God, that looks weird. Okay, so let's go ahead. Alright, so copy that base sprite. This is going to have to be a speed of about, what, 15? 20? That looks okay, I guess. That doesn't look too bad, actually. Yeah. Then we duplicate. And again, you guys can give input on the game what might be awesome to add, or come up with some ideas of games that you would want to have made, or again, can collaborate with me on that. And see if we can work on it. And for the last one, idle left. Yeah, okay. So we have our player sprite. Awesome. So programming him should be a cinch. Whenever we create it, so I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and make sure that he's in idle. Obviously, we don't want him involuntarily moving because that'd just be weird. Okay, so we have him like this. Yeah, see? Look at that. Terrible. Because it's trying to draw a non-existing sprite. Simply because we're right here. Yeah, see? For some reason, drawing these gauges, for some reason will delete the sprite that you are embedding the code in. So you have to have a command that will basically redraw the sprite, and this has to come first, I'm pretty sure, but the sprite is undefined because we simply got rid of it, so we'll go back and do that again. Okay, and that should suffice. So next time, we'll see how this goes.